The 1-minute apocalypse. What if sunlight arrived just 60 seconds late? Imagine a world where the sun rises just 1 minute later each day. It seems insignificant, a mere blip in the grand scheme of cosmic time. But this seemingly small delay would have catastrophic consequences. It would trigger a cascade of effects across the entire biosphere. The implications for energy transfer and biological processes would be devastating. This is a thought experiment, but one with profound implications for understanding our planet's delicate balance. Plants rely on sunlight for photosynthesis, the process that converts light energy into chemical energy. This energy fuels nearly all life on Earth. A 1-minute delay in sunlight translates to a 1-minute reduction in the daily energy available to plants. While a minute might seem trivial, the cumulative loss over time would severely impact plant growth. Reduced photosynthesis leads to lower sugar production. Plants become weaker and more susceptible to disease and pests. This seemingly small change would have a ripple effect throughout the entire ecosystem. The consequences would be far-reaching and devastating. Herbivores, the animals that eat plants, would be directly affected by less nutritious and abundant food. With plants struggling, the entire food chain begins to unravel. Herbivore populations would decline due to food scarcity. Carnivores, who rely on herbivores for sustenance, would then be impacted by a shrinking prey base. The entire trophic structure, the interconnected web of who eats whom, would be destabilized. This destabilization would lead to widespread extinctions and shifts in species dominance. The delicate balance of nature would be thrown into chaos. Sunlight is the primary driver of Earth's climate system. A 1-minute delay in its arrival would create an energy imbalance. This imbalance would disrupt weather patterns. We would see changes in temperature, precipitation, and wind patterns. These changes would further stress ecosystems already struggling with reduced energy input. The consequences would be unpredictable and potentially catastrophic. The Earth's climate is a complex and interconnected system. Even a small change can have significant and far-reaching effects. Coastal ecosystems are already among the most vulnerable to climate change. Rising sea levels, ocean acidification, and pollution are already taking a toll. A 1-minute delay in sunlight would add another layer of stress. Coral reefs, in particular, are highly sensitive to temperature fluctuations. Even a slight change in water temperature can lead to widespread coral bleaching and mortality. The loss of coral reefs would have devastating consequences for marine biodiversity. Coastal communities that rely on these ecosystems for food and livelihoods would also suffer. The impact would be felt globally. Organisms rely on light-dark cycles to regulate their internal biological clocks. These clocks, known as circadian rhythms, govern a wide range of physiological processes. A 1-minute delay in sunlight would disrupt these rhythms. This disruption would affect migration patterns, breeding cycles, and other crucial life processes. Animals that rely on precise timing for reproduction or navigation would be particularly vulnerable. The consequences would extend beyond individual organisms, impacting entire populations and ecosystems. The delicate synchrony of life would be thrown out of sync. The cumulative effect of reduced energy input, disrupted biological rhythms, and altered climate patterns would be a slow-motion ecological disaster. We would witness widespread ecosystem collapse. Biodiversity loss would accelerate. The planet's life support systems would be fundamentally reshaped. The world we know would be unrecognizable. This is not a sudden cataclysm, but a gradual unraveling of the intricate web of life. The consequences would be devastating for all living things, including humans. Our own survival depends on the health and stability of the planet's ecosystems. This thought experiment highlights the profound interconnectedness of life on Earth. A seemingly small change can trigger a chain reaction with devastating consequences. The arrival of sunlight is not just a daily event, it's the fundamental driver of life on our planet. Understanding these delicate balances is crucial for protecting our planet's future. We must act now to mitigate the threats we already face, from climate change to habitat destruction. The future of life on Earth depends on it.